Hi guys, for those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Taubenfeld and I'm a senior at Highland Park. I spoke last year at Student Preach about humility, and I could probably do another sermon about that, but I don't really want to be repetitive. So I'm going to do it on patience and trusting in God's plan. At a time in everybody's life, including myself, we struggle to trust God's timing and just His plan for us. How can we trust God after maybe a parent's divorce? How can we trust His timing after a bad breakup or the death of a loved one or a really bad injury or just a missed opportunity? Even more specifically, how are we supposed to trust God when it just feels like there's nothing going right in our lives and maybe God doesn't have a plan for us at all? So today I want to share with y'all a piece of scripture that helps me whenever I'm struggling to deal with God's timing and His plan for me, and it comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. And in this chapter, Isaiah is speaking to the Israelites, and Isaiah is a prophet, which means God's speaking through him, and basically Isaiah is comforting the Israelites and just like telling them about the future glory, happiness, and fulfillment that they're going to receive from God. So the verse that I want to share with y'all is Isaiah 60:22, which says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And this verse has always really resonated with me because it always seemed to show up at a time in my life when I've really needed it. There was one night not too long ago, I was really struggling with something that happened in my life, and I was just really questioning God and why things were happening in my life the way they were happening. And I was just laying in bed really sad. I opened up TikTok, and the very first thing on my For You page was Isaiah 60:22, and almost instantly I found comfort in it, and I realized that I can trust God to make it all work out for me because He always will deliver on that promise. So I share that memory with y'all, not to necessarily say that God speaks through TikTok, but more to just say, like, in that moment, that was God showing me and reminding me to trust in His timing. Another time this verse was really prominent in my life was about this same time of the year. 2 years ago, my sophomore year, I hurt my knee really badly, and I had to miss the entire basketball season. And for months, every single night, I was really sad and just questioning God, why is this happening right now to me? Why is this happening to me? When am I going to be healthy again? When am I going to be playing? And my life was just so constantly revolved around basketball, and I was seeking fulfillment from basketball so much that when it was taken from me, I just lost my mind, and I was just so frustrated with God's timing and why He would have me give up something and quit something that I've loved doing. And so with that being said, I want to share this image that I also first saw on TikTok. And it's basically this little girl who's scared to give up this little teddy bear that she has because it's all that she has, and she thinks that if she gives it up to God, she's going to have nothing and nothing to love. But on the other side, it's God who's kind of inviting her to give up that little teddy bear because what the little girl doesn't see is the giant teddy bear that God has behind him. And so I really love this image and what it means, because to me it symbolizes when it feels like something's being taken from you, but in actuality, God is preparing to give you something so much better at the right time. So whatever it is that God is asking you to give up to Him, whether maybe it's somebody you like, you keep getting hurt by, and you're just scared to let them go. Maybe it's a friend or a friend group who's not treating you right, and you're just scared to leave them or do something about it because you're afraid of being lonely. Maybe it's a sport or a hobby that you feel pressured to do by your parents or someone else, and you just keep doing it because you don't want to be a disappointment to them. Whatever it is, if you're willing to give that up to God, I guarantee that He will give you the fulfillment that you seek from these things, but it will be so much greater and so much better than what you thought you originally wanted. The truth is that when the time is right, the opportunity that God gives us is going to be a lot better than the opportunity or thing or person that we wanted so badly that we were so scared to give up to God at first. Going back to just basketball, I love basketball. I still love playing it and watching it, but now I'm so much happier and I'm so much more fulfilled by the things that I do now than I was 2 years ago. And I say that to y'all because your opportunity will come and you will be fulfilled. It just might not be from the area or person you expect it to be from, and that's fine. There may be someone you think you're meant to be with, and it just doesn't work out. Maybe you're not getting the recognition in your sport or by your parents or anything that you think you deserve. But I promise you, if you're willing to have the patience to trust in God's timing, He will give you so much more. You may know it and you see it. He may place it right in front of you, and you can be like, yeah, that's what I've been waiting for. Or you may be really happy down the road, and just you're kind of reflecting and thinking about your past, and you think back and you're just like, oh, that was the time when God put this person or this thing or this opportunity in my life that I've been waiting for, and I just didn't even realize it. We have to understand that God's direction is not always our direction, because our direction a lot of the times will lead in the wrong direction. The right timing will always bring the right opportunity. So to just kind of wrap it up, there are a bunch of assurances that we always hear every day, like, just trust God's timing and, trust God's plan, everything's going to be okay, but I feel like we always overlook these. And if you're willing to be patient and truly accepted and finding comfort and trusting in the Lord and knowing that no matter what, God is going to give you the right opportunity at the right time, it's going to relieve you of a lot of stress and anxiety, and you will be fulfilled in a way that's so much greater than what you can imagine now. Thank you.